Let me just manipulate time like a god.
Oh no! What happened? Somebody broke something.
What did I do?
And it was probably me. The
Losing
music's not playing. It's just like refusing.
Oh, well, you know.
Well,
you have to pay for the premium. You forgot to buy that microtransaction.
Yeah, I most definitely did.
You only bought the one-time use song. You could only use it one time.
Use song. Yeah, we're skipping the song. Let's start it off.
The file gets corrupted as soon as you use it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Whoa.
Welcome, Frankie.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. You've been busy. You've been a busy bee.
Yeah.
Who's shooting me? That's weird.
Come down.
Hold on. I'm gonna get a sweeping view of this here.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and get a 360 because it looks gorgeous all the way around.
It is.
Nice building. I like the coloring.
Yeah.
We went with purple terracotta and cherry wood.
Ooh. Fancy. All right.
You guys can help pick out rooms and stuff and what to do with them because still working on that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the 8-Bit Show, everybody! Yay!
No. Once we get to the recording room, then we'll welcome everybody in.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay, everybody, get out.
We'll do the tour.
Come back.
It's the entrance hallway, of course.
Oh, I didn't come out.
Yeah.
We gotta close the doors. This is what I plan to be the game room. This is what have some arcade machines and of course the big flat screen TV.
Mm-hmm.
Where we
play this. Fancy.
This is where we play the Smash.
Yeah.
Tournaments. That's my idea for this room.
I'll be Duck Hunt Dog.
There you go.
Oh no, laughing. That's your job.
I don't know whether this should be the main studio part where we record.
Oh, this would be
or just a nice little like game room where we can play like tabletop games.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that. It has good lighting.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a good place to record those tabletop games.
Oh, what does it look like at night? That's what I'm curious about.
Some lighting needs to be done around, so it's a bit dangerous here for Zambot to be around at night. So let's not be night currently. I've done some decent lighting, so inside is okay, but there's a good chance.
Yeah.
I've had creeper buddies rolling around here and whatnot.
Gotcha. So it's dangerous right now. Living on the edge.
Yeah. And of course, this is the stairwell.
Yeah.
We got a little balcony. I don't know what to do with this, but it's a nice little balcony to look out onto the water.
Oh yeah.
Beach.
Put some tables, have some coffee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out a gate so you can quickly access the beach area. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Hopefully we can get some turtles over here.
Mm-hmm.
Up
the stairs.
Going up. I don't quite know what to do with this little room. It's just a little room off to the side.
Okay.
Storage, maybe a server space. Who knows?
Yes.
Always need server space. We could make it a cool room. Yeah.
Indeed.
A nice overlook.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is where you're talking about, where you're wanting to jump to your death?
Yes.
The space, half balcony, half inside. Don't quite know what to do with it. It could be office, a break room.
Mm-hmm.
Break room.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The flooring's not done, so all the gray concrete flooring, obviously, will be replaced. Let's fancy that up.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice little, real big open.
An upstairs balcony. Yeah.
Lots of balconies. Yeah, we got lots of balconies.
You could jump from this corner into the water.
Ooh. Need to build a diving board there for pool activities.
You can look out onto the outer area. I figured this could be our office. We could set up some
Offices?
desks.
Yeah.
Very corporate, fancy looking.
We just sit here.
Yeah, we can each have our desk. We can sit wherever we want or whatever.
Yeah.
Even set them up here in the center, so we're all working together in a little circle in a group.
Stare at each other's dumb faces.
Yes.
I like it. This is fancy. Wow, sir.
Or we could make that area the also the recording studio. We could also do.
That's true. I mean, I do like your idea of having like the tabletop place where that big open one is. With all the glass. Cause that's pretty cool.
Or we could do the recording over the nice like second story little office balcony area down here.
Wait, where? Where are you at? Guess I can.
Over on
which
the-
is- Oh, on the side. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know which room to make the recording, or if we just want to do the recordings where we do the board games. Whatever.
We could do that too. I mean, that's fair. I'm okay with that.
But I mean,
we'd-
we're always gonna be out doing whatever anyway. so
Yeah.
This is all just
We can always start off the podcast in there.
That's true. At the meeting place.
Yeah, and then we'll go off and do our own things.
I was gonna put CGB up here, but it didn't quite fit. So we went with 8.
Yeah,
I like it.
me too. I approve. How much time have you spent on this? Jeez.
Not as much as you would actually think.
Okay.
Like less than 10 hours
Okay. It's not bad.
over the last week too.
Yeah.
A few hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like the main shape of the building, I did like take this down and rebuild it, and take it down and rebuild it like 6 times.
That tracks.
Yep.
And then at one point, I had to move it over one space to like the left.
Why? Was it like interfering with something over here?
Yeah, it was just a little messed up, hanging off the edge over here.
That sucks. I hate when you have to do that. Nudge everything over. Well, nice. Well, thank you for doing this. This is awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll turn this into like the CGB network, so it'll be like just the recording studio.
Yeah.
For 8-bit studio, and we'll have our own little like arcade over here somewhere.
Yeah.
We brought you a housewarming gift.
Flowers?
That's adorable. So,
How do I drop them?
Q.
Q?
Cute. There you go. I don't have a pot, so
See you on your own.
And I didn't just pull them from the patch over there.
We'll plant them.
Game mode, survival. How do I do this? Yeah, okay. Now I'm in survival mode. Sweet. Well, welcome everyone to the 8-Bit Show officially now.
Yay!
And our new home, our new office.
The start of 8-bit studios.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna discuss some video games, some news, some I don't know, other stuff, media, nerdy things.
Nerd stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, with that, who wants to kick it off?
Yay! I don't know how you guys do it. Frankie, I went first last time.
That's true.
Okay. Well, I'll start first. I'm gonna go inside because it's getting dark.
It is getting dark and dangerous. It is safer in the big windowed room.
Okay.
It's fairly safe.
Fairly safe.
I can't guarantee safety.
Close these doors, though.
Yeah.
I do have a spyglass, though. We could watch him approach. I like that it does the little animation. You can see, like, puts it up to his eye.
Oh yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I wish it actually extended, like when you zoomed.
Oh yeah. Right.
Oh, that
even
would be
better.
pretty cool. Yep. So yeah. I guess I'll start off with Pikmin. I've played a bit more of that. Not a whole lot more. I did hear that there are actually parts of the game where you play at night. For a change, I have not gotten to that yet. That being said, though, it feels like I'm unlocking quite a bit more. And it's just it's a really good game. Like I don't know what else to say other than it's more Pikmin. It's really
It looks nice.
yeah, it's beautiful. The controls are great. Again, it actually feels less stressful so far than older Pikmins. But yeah, you get more abilities for your pup, which has been really cool. So I've been kind of enjoying doing that. Oh, and what's interesting, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but you actually come across, I guess, people that have been infected by like some sort of, it's almost like they're infected by like not Pikmin but like I don't know, leaves or something. I'm not sure. I don't know, but they look like bush people. So it's super cute. It's super cute. So yeah, I'm enjoying that a whole lot. I think if you had ever had any inkling for Pikmin, this is definitely the one. It feels like the stages are much bigger. There's a lot more to explore. There's a lot more to get. It's actually the only difficult thing that difficulty that I'm having is that it's hard to remember actually all the different tools that they give you. So that's something that you kind of gotta keep in the back of your mind, all the different things that you can do and how you can use those tools to accomplish the puzzles and tasks. But yeah, otherwise it's an amazing game. Highly suggest it. And then I started up Tears of the Kingdom.
Finally,
And
jeez.
oh my god, that opening scene.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's like,
if nothing gets you so much more hyped to like explore Hyrule again than skydiving down into it.
Right? Exactly. Like I don't know. It was super, super cool. Like the whole reveal of what they give you. It's super cool. I don't want to spoil it. I feel like it's still too early for that, even though it's just the beginning, but I see
It's so
your meat
good.
and I raise you a meat. So yeah, I'm still at the very beginning area. I think I took the harder route first. So that got
Which
me
one?
stuck for a little bit. I went up to the frozen area.
Are you still on like the tutorial land?
Yeah,
Island?
yeah. I just finished the first 3 temples. What are they called?
Okay,
Shrines.
So you're fairly close to getting off tutorial land.
Yeah. I figured once I finished the 3 and then go over to the actual temple.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably be able to get off the beginning area. But yeah, so I just did that because I got it pretty late at night. So it was like, all right, well, let's try to do this before I go to bed. So yeah, so maybe I might play some more of that tonight. I'm probably going to be playing it a lot. Which means we'll see if I go back to Pikmin. I'm gonna try though.
The new Zelda's great. Like, it's so good. They did a good job.
You guys, did both of you beat it, or?
I haven't beaten it.
I haven't
I've-
beaten it either.
Put like 100 hours in.
Yes. From what I hear, I'm pretty close to the end.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I can actually go get the Master Sword and go beat the game if I really wanted to. Just
I could.
Oh, you
get
haven't got the Master
Sword.
Both of you haven't. Okay.
Um,
I hear there's multiple ways to get the Master Sword.
Yes.
yes,
That's pretty cool.
kind of.
Kind of.
I mean,
it's multiple ways, as in anything else can be like have multiple ways, which is pretty loose. There's
Two
only,
That's
like,
cryptic.
yeah.
there's only so many ways. Don't like because they're like
Yeah.
something huge.
To get to the same
Gotcha.
outcome.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for me, though. Just on that. Just been playing those two. I think I've been trying to teach myself animation to make ourselves an animated intro. But
Oh, that'd be fun.
yeah. So we'll see. Other than that, nothing else. Watching anything cool? No, I'm still watching Suits. I think that's a pretty good show. We're on season 3 right now. I don't know. There's a lot of legalities in there that they definitely like overlook some very, very big things. But that being said, like the characters are actually really, really good. So they're 100% worth it. Oh, and I've been rewatching the old X-Men cartoon in preparation for the new old X-Men. What is it? X-Men 97?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Which-
reboot.
Yeah, it's here that's supposed to be coming out next year, I think. So yeah, I'm watching all of those where I think we just got past the Dark Phoenix saga, so still a bit to go.
That's cool.
And then oh yeah, and I've been watching Rick and Morty. I actually didn't watch any of this last week, but last week I guess I didn't really touch on it. I gotta say, like, I really like the main story of Rick and Morty. That seems to be like the best part of the show. But-
I like all like the side stories and like the sci-fi like social commentary of it, really.
That's the thing. I really don't. I think it feels forced. I don't find it particularly entertaining. I mean, sometimes it is. I'm not saying it's all bad.
I mean that's
Yeah,
the
I
whole sci-fi.
kind of fall in the middle. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, you're trying really hard for this.
Yeah.
I think in the earlier seasons it was a lot better than like the current season,
Agreed. I feel like
but I still enjoy it.
yeah. I'm not like
actually. Yeah, I'll talk about it when it's my turn. But
yeah.
other creative works I think have done better.
I think so. And yeah, this last season that I'm watching, which I think I'm in season 4, right? Or no, 5? Yeah, I think I'm in season 5 now. I think that's a little bit of a tick up from season 4. But yeah, season 4 is I think my least liked so far. So we'll see. Hopefully, I can catch up and do the things.
Do you ever catch up on any shows, Frank?
It takes me a while because I don't know. I don't like binge shows anymore, you know? I got the time. I'm so tired after work. I'm old.
Lively.
Yep. But yeah, so yeah, that's it for me though, so Who's next?
Mine will be pretty short. So I guess I'll go.
Okay.
What did I play? Nothing.
At all?
Played Up. That's
Oh yeah.
really about it.
Mhm.
I was reading mostly this.
Oh, what are you reading?
What have you been reading?
It's called. Excuse me. It's called Kingdom of the Cursed.
Ooh.
So it's like this. These twins. Her sister gets killed, and she's trying to figure out what happened. And there's witches and demons. Sometimes it gets spicy, which I didn't know initially.
That's funny. I was never sure. I got this book, and off a description, I thought it would have been a lot like spicier than it was. It's like some guy who ends up befriending like a succubus and has like an ancient god in his head. And I thought for sure, because of the whole succubus thing, I was like, man, this is probably going to be like a super thirsty book. And it wasn't at all. Like, it hasn't been at all. It's actually been kind of like a sweet little story and kind of almost a romantic relationship between those two. So completely flipped
Yeah.
Yeah.
the script on me.
What else? I saw Oppenheimer,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is it good?
and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I made the mistake of drinking a lot of coffee beforehand.
Oh, yep.
So the
'Cause
3
it's
hours,
3 hours, yeah.
definitely felt like 3 hours. But it was really good.
That's good.
At some point, you're like,
Highly
"Just
recommended.
Hurry up and finish, please.
It's like, I know what happens. Just wrap it up.
Yeah, big boom, I gotta go.
Yeah. So that's actually like not the end of the movie when that happens. So,
Well, yeah, I get that.
but
That was
yeah,
more.
I know. What else? That's really didn't really watch too much.
Yeah.
Kind of I wouldn't say boring. Uneventful.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sometimes it's good to have that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're adults, and sometimes that happens. We're far too
It's
busy
true.
to have all the fun we want to have.
I mean,
Right.
we did watch Shanghai Noon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I still don't know. I like. There's parts of that movie that like it felt recognizable, but like it also didn't. If that makes sense.
You're
Like,
still unsure if you'd seen it or not.
yeah, like I can't quite place it. Like, I feel like if I did, it might have just been one of those things where it's like on at my mom's, and like, you know, I caught it on the background because I was just sitting there while waiting for people to show up for whatever family event, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not sure. Either way, though, I really liked it. I mean, yeah, you can tell it's a movie from the 90s.
And that it's over 20 years old.
Yeah. And some of the jokes don't quite hold up so well.
That's true.
But I still really liked it. I think it's really good. So yeah, thank you for showing that to me.
Is it anything else?
No, I think that's. I considered going back to Tears of the Kingdom, and then I was like, oh, but my Switch is all the way up there. That's a hard life.
It is. I don't blame you.
I haven't really done too much been playing pretty much the same games. More Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm pretty sure at this point has become my favorite game of the year. It's my game of the year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh yeah, everybody is loving that game.
it's just so ridiculously good. Every time I think it can't do anything better. There's some things that like do kind of irritate me, but they're so minor.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like the AI pathing. Sometimes when I click like fairly far away from my character to get him to move somewhere, they'll choose like the stupidest route. And often sometimes that could get you in trouble because of traps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, damn it. So that's kind of been annoying. But
Yeah.
that's really it. That's like the biggest, most annoying thing I've found. Everything else has just been utterly fantastic. Having a great time. We killed like 2 bosses by like, or not even more than that. I think it's been 4 now. There's been like 4 like big fights that we've avoided by just like talking to them.
Oh really?
And yeah, Andrew's character. I'm sure he'll tell us here at some point all about his character, but he talked like 4 bosses to death. One of them was a cool like drinking contest he got into with one of them.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it was like a bunch of like constitution checks that he kept having to make for chugging this alcohol.
Nice.
But he passed every single one of them and won. They didn't have to fight this big old gnarly thing.
Nice.
So wait, did he drink him under the table?
Yep, he drank him until this guy like exploded.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's been just an amazingly fun time and been kind of the highlight of my like days because we've been doing like every day we play for like 4 to maybe 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the same length you would play like D&D,
Yeah.
and it's just been utterly fantastic. I can't express how much fun I've had with it.
That's cool. That's cool.
What else? Dave the Diver. I'm still playing that.
Hmm?
That's been a lot of fun. Fairly close to the end.
Question mark?
Yeah, like I mean, not like I've played it before or know where it ends, but it seems like we're getting pretty close to most of it. But every time I say that, something like big opens up, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's never ending.
More. So I'm kind of like that. It's a lot of content. I put like almost 40 hours into it.
Dang.
Nice.
Obviously, I'm a bit slower than some gamers, but still, that's good content for me right there. Enjoy
Mhm.
that.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing this other little game, this little indie game that came out off of Game Maker.
Oh
A
yeah.
little like program.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think he actually has a team, like a small team now, but it's basically one dude made a game called Zero Cybert.
Zero Cipher.
And it's a like extraction shooter
Okay.
game. It's in like pixel graphics and you're like from like a top-down view. It like restricts your like sight so you can only see like your vision cone. But it's kind of what sold me is the way it was described to me was Tarkov, but I'm having fun because it's all like single player, it's all offline, but it has that similar like you go into an area, try and collect all like the scraps and loot you can
Yeah.
and get out.
Mm-hmm.
It's can be fairly tough, although they just keep adding more and more content. They added like difficulty meters. And not even like options. Like we're talking like scales. Like this thing has slider bars for like how much ammo you can have or that's available in pickups
Oh.
to like how much health the enemy has or damage they do. Just like there's like 20 or 30 sliders that you can just adjust
Is
to
this
make the difficulty exactly what you want.
Is this also the one where if you reload, like it's keeping track of how many bullets are in your clip? So like when you get to the end of, all your full clips, you actually start using the clips that only have like 2 or 3 bullets left in it?
It doesn't quite work off of clips. It doesn't go that too far into it,
Okay.
but you do have to like. There's no like once you get the gun automatically gets to the end of its clip and it reloads. There's none of that.
Mhm.
It'll like click on you.
Yeah.
You actually have to like reload them, but there's no like magazines to worry about. And it's super simple graphics. It's like it's on that program Game Maker, so it's like 8 to 16-bit, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. I put in a bunch of time. It's come out. It's only in early access, and I've had it for like a year. I play it like on and off. It's a pretty fun little game.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Yeah. I think that's it for games. Really, I haven't played too much else.
Yeah, I
we
know.
watched. I've been watching the Futurama.
Oh, the new stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I've been watching. I watched a couple of the episodes of the newer ones.
Yeah. How is
Yeah.
it?
So good. I think they did a right thing. They haven't gone too far into like, oh, this is for fan service.
Mhm.
It still feels like Futurama. Every episode still feels like a Futurama episode,
Yeah.
and I've appreciated that.
Well, that's the one thing I gotta say is that every time that show has come back, they've managed to like nail the feeling of like, yes, this is still the same show.
Of course, they like address it. I think the first episode is about binging TV,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then one of the episodes sees the return of like Amy and Kif's kids.
Oh, okay.
From
Yeah,
one of the from seasons past.
That's the episode that I was on, and I fell asleep during it. But yeah.
It's been well written. They didn't like. It's not just for fan service, and it's just as good as it's always been, really.
Mhm.
At least so far. The last episode was last episode I watched was a Nibbler heavy episode, which was great.
Nice.
Nibbler's adorable.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we just started like yesterday watching the new season of Solar Opposites.
Oh, yeah.
The other show created by Roland
Mhm.
and Harmon. I think Harmon is maybe not. That one might not have Harmon in it.
I'll look it up. I'll fact check you right now while you talk.
It's so good that, in many ways, I think that show is better than Rick and Morty.
That's what I've heard from a couple people.
It's so good, and now because of the whole Justin Roiland stuff
Mhm.
that came out, and he got like let go from pretty much everything.
Yeah.
They're doing recasting for Rick, pretty much everybody, because he voiced almost everybody on that show. But he also voiced in Solar Opposites. He voices Corvo, one of the main guys, and his voice for that was so familiar or so similar to Rick that it actually kind of threw off the show a bit.
Oh,
Like,
really? Because it just felt
Yeah.
like.
I mean, they're completely different characters, but
Mhm.
especially at the start of watching it, it kind of throws you off. It's like, oh, this is just Rick again.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not. They act different. They're different characters. It's different, but the voice, it always was just kind of there. Like, oh, it's just it's Rick voice. It's Rick voice.
Mhm, mhm.
Now, though, they hired somebody solely completely different. He's like this British guy who was in Downton Abbey and Beauty and the Beast, and then a bunch of
Oh.
other smaller things. I can't remember his name, but they hired somebody different who sounds completely different. And the first episode of the new season kind of addresses that by the main character getting his voice all fucked up,
Mhm.
or he gets his throat punctured by a dart, and they shoot a voice changing laser at him because they're aliens. They have ray guns for everything.
Yeah.
So they shoot the voice changing ray gun at him, and his voice changes into like a British voice. And the other main character is like, "No, don't change it. This is working for me."
That's good.
It's really good. So they've done a really good job of the whole like getting rid of Roland.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't know how.
no Harmon in
Don't-
that one.
I don't know how how Rick and Morty is going to handle the replacement yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I think we're just gonna have to see. I mean, yeah, I heard they're hiring different actors though to replace all of the characters that he did. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like, a 1-to-1, but
Well, I'm sure. So like he voiced a lot of like extra characters, but so did a
Yeah.
lot of people.
yeah,
Exactly. They have a lot of friends who like Dan Harmon can pull a lot of people to do voices.
Yeah.
They're not going to have a problem with that. I just don't know if they're going to be able to like do as well on the transition with Rick and Morty both having a different voice. At least with like
Well-
Solar Opposites, we're talking about aliens with ray guns.
I did read that they are actually
mean,
getting they're
Rick
getting
kind of has ray guns for everything.
yeah.
Fair enough. That is fair. They could do something clever. I
Yeah.
just don't know how they're going to.
They said they're going to
That's not a bad thing. I'm just intrigued on how to.
Yeah, what I heard is that they're going to get sound alikes. So, we'll see how good they are.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
What if they just did Carl and Shake?
Get
I'd
Dan
be okay with
Snyder.
that. Yes,
Dan Snyder, I would totally accept his any voice because he's so funny.
right?
He's just delightful.
He's
He
so
really
funny.
is.
And he was super nice when I met him.
Yeah.
Super nice.
He was like the nicest one of all the stars there.
I'll say pretty nice.
Yeah. I am also interested actually in because I like the Strange Planet cartoons.
Oh yeah,
And I heard
Yeah,
that there's
Dan
I know
Harmon,
Dan Harmon's working with whatever his name is that
the creator of the comic. Yeah,
yeah.
we just watched the. I mean, I just showed Andrew the trailer to that earlier today.
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was a lot of fun.
What I didn't see the trailer, so
That looks cool. I mean, we'll have to see. The trailer kind of didn't really give too much away.
mhm. I think there's only like a handful of episodes out right now, but yeah, I need to check it out. I know it's only on Apple, so
We were also on a big we've watched a few older movies, a bunch of like 80s action movies.
yeah, like
we watched Last Action Hero
oh my
with
god,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I haven't seen that one in a minute.
So good. It's so amazing. Like kid travels to like the movie realm. He goes and sees his favorite movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, in his new favorite movie.
hmm
One of the classic action movies that have come out.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it ends up like he meets the character from the game, and they're like in a like movie world. And so like the whole time, all the explosion, like cars will explode for like no reason, and they're the worst explosions you could possibly have on like TV. They're like 70s level TV era explosion, like not even 70s movies, just
Yeah.
TV. Someone blew up like a firecracker and used that as the special effect for the car blowing up. It's so good. It is a fantastic fun movie. And then we watched Escape from New York.
hmm
Ooh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it was Snake Plissken,
Hmm.
which fantastic, utterly great. We're probably gonna watch the other two to finish out the trilogy.
Okay.
Watch Escape from LA and then Escape from Mars. No, I mean Ghost of Mars.
I was so confused. I was like, pretty sure there's just one other one.
Well, so the Ghost of Mars was supposed to be like Escape from Mars,
Mhm.
but something went on with like the licensing or whatever, and they had to
Yeah.
change it. So they used like LL Cool J for like the lead. So yeah, it changed, but I have it still. That's about all I've done for like 80th.
He was in a lot of things. I don't know how he
LL
managed
Cool J?
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. You,
Like Anaconda.
I totally forgot about that with John Voight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where John Voight plays a crazy man and did some of the worst acting he's ever done in his entire career. I mean, he's not the
That's
best
his
actor
whole
anyway.
career.
I know. I was about to say. I'm
Not
pretty
the
sure
best
you're.
actor anyways.
Yeah.
but
No, but you know what? It was appropriate for what Anaconda was. So.
it was just over the top enough.
Yeah. Oh my god. Shit, I totally forgot that was a movie. Like Arachnophobia. That had John Goodman in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so excited. So, here at the beginning of next month, a new book for this book series I've been listening to comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The book series is Dungeon Crawler Carl. And the new one,
Sorry.
and the new one comes out. It's pretty great. So this guy's taking cat sitting his like girlfriend's cat, and the cat runs away. So he goes and chases after the cat. In the midst of this, an alien invasion happens, and they materialize all the buildings and stuff. So they shrink all the buildings down into like a tiny block.
Oh.
So everything inside that building has now been squished down. But he got saved by the cat because the cat left the building. And these like doors start opening up. They kind of look like cellar doors. They go down some steps and into something.
Mm-hmm.
And this big announcement happens saying like, if you want to join the games, go down, go down the ramps. And it turns out it's some like galactic like television show where they take these people who take the option to go into these cellars, and they put them in dungeons, and it's all like televised, and the people got to earn like sponsorships. It's like ridiculous. It's an utterly ridiculous thing. It's like half Running Man, half like D&D. At some point, the cat, which is like I can't remember what kind of cat, but like a show cat. It's like, expensive lady.
Oh yeah.
Like $200 show cat.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes intelligent. Through some means, he gets this like magical. He gets this magical pet treat, and it turns the cat into more sentience. It gets it more intelligence, so it starts talking. And of course, it's a show cat, so it's got like the prissiest attitude.
It's straight up British.
Its name is Princess Donut.
Nice. I approve.
And so it loves the attention of the game show part.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever, but it's a really fun book, really, especially on Audible. It's superly well narrated, and just a kind of a blast to go through.
Yeah.
But the new one comes out, and he got a special voice actor to help join. Not only is the voice actor who does it really good, his name is Jeff Hayes, really good voice actor or narrator. I don't know if he considers himself a voice actor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the owner of Sound Booth Audio.
I'm not familiar.
One of the big audiobook producing companies.
Oh, okay.
But he does it, and he got like another narrator, a super famous narrator in the same genre that they're doing, and they got Patrick Warburton. Don't know who he's gonna voice, but Patrick Warburton is gonna be great in that book.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea who that is.
The Tick.
Oh,
okay.
Kuzco
Yeah.
Kuzco, the guy from
He's in
Emperor's New
Seinfeld,
Groove.
and
Mhm,
yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got a great voice.
Yes, he does. I'm super excited.
Yep. That's pretty awesome.
So I'm super stoked for that.
When does that come out again?
I think it comes out September 1st for the new book. I have one more credit on my Audible, and I'm going to use it to pre-order that.
Mm-hmm. Audible's addictive, man. You know.
Audible is great. Audible is fantastic.
I can't get into it.
I love it. For me, it lets me, like, not all the time, because depending on the game, it's not possible. But it lets me, like, play games and listen to books, or clean my room and listen to books.
Oh, yeah.
It lets me do other things and do my favorite thing.
Yeah. That's why I like it, too. It's not definitely not.
And for me, that's why I don't like it, is because
you feel like
I get
do nothing.
Well, no, not that I want to do nothing. It's just that I get distracted. Like, if I'm doing it at work, I end up focusing on work, and then I miss out. And I'm like, what just happened for 40 minutes? I don't know.
Or you focus on the book and you fuck up something at work.
Yeah.
I get that.
So, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it at work anymore, which means that it is a little bit more difficult for me to listen to them.
The only time I did it at work was when I was doing prep and I didn't have much else to worry about. There's no one else in the kitchen but me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
when I was
listen.
When I was working at the law office, basically just pushing paperwork, it was great. It was so mindless that it didn't matter.
Yeah, once we opened up business and there was stuff going on, it wasn't as easy.
Yeah.
And then even when I'm playing certain games, it's not necessarily as easy. If I'm playing a game that has any narrative structure that I want to pay attention to,
yeah,
I'd need to pick which one, because I can't do two.
Or about
yeah.
anything
story
puzzle
things.
oriented. that also gets me too. But yeah, like if I'm just like sitting in Minecraft, not really like doing anything in particular.
While building this office here.
Yep. Yeah, you got to find the right task for it, for sure.
I like to read, but there's also sometimes where like Audible books can add something. I think there's plenty of narrators at this point. It can also take away, because it adds something else that you got to consider when purchasing. But the narrators are like important. They can really add to a story or take away from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Like some narrators I've listened to, they're kind of a little bit more dull. The story was fine, but they're not nearly as good with like voices and just tone in general.
Mm-hmm.
Where other ones just like blow it out of the water. Like that Jeff Hayes guy is really great. This one lady, Andrea Parsnow. Parsnow. Yeah, she does a bunch. She's done a bunch of audiobooks, and she has some of like the best voices. I've bought an audiobooks because she's narrated it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea of the book, or the synopsis of the book was kind of interesting, but then I saw she narrated it and was like, yeah.
And you're like, all right,
I would like to listen to that. And even even other ones, that Jeff Hayes guy, like I'm typically more interested in listening to it if he's doing it, just because of how good they are at it.
Yeah.
Or you get like the full radio versions of like Sandman. Like the Audible version of Sandman is probably one of the best Audible things I'd ever listened to, because it's like listening to a radio show.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty
where
cool.
Everybody's voiced, everything's cast. You got the sound effects. Plus, it had James McAvoy in it, and yes, please, he could talk to me all day.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, whenever I see a celebrity that's doing a voice in an audiobook, it's one of those things where I feel like it's an extra decision that I have to put into it, where it's like, do I want to know what their interpretation is going to be like? Because I feel like the people that aren't celebrities, that just do the narration, they generally just tend to pick kind of generic voices, which I think still lets you like hear kind of your own head, you know?
I know a lot of them are doing it with cues. I've watched a few like live streams of some of these narrators, and they're giving kind of cues of where the tone should like be at and go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Obviously, some of them are also fans of the books that they're reading, and so they know that like they can, they have that sense of what's needed.
Yeah.
But at least most of them are given tones. There's been a few I've gotten. What was it? Jim Carrey's Memoirs and Memories, or Mistruths and Memoirs, something like that.
Oh, nice. He narrates it?
No. Jeff Daniels.
Oh, Jeff Daniels does
narrates.
it. Oh, that's really cool.
So, and they're good friends.
Yeah.
So obviously there's some tone there that stayed. By the way, that's a fantastically, utterly absurd book where Nick Cage saves the universe. So if you get a chance, check out Jim Carrey's book. It's really good.
Will do.
It has it heavily features Kelsey Grammer.
Oh wow.
Nick Cage. And a few other people.
I'm gonna suffocate, guys. Oh fuck! Oh, I found it. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, sorry.
But I do have some news.
Yeah, let's get into it. I got some news too. So
I've got newsy news.
You want to start?
Yeah, I'm pulling out my stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta get to my safe chair. And pull out my stuff. The author Dmitry I'm gonna fuck this up. Gluhovsky. The author of Metro 2033.
Oh yeah.
Who helped with the first game. He also helped with Last Light. Was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
Oh.
For criticizing Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Oh yeah, that's been happening a lot.
He's been labeled a Ukrainian sympathizer. His statements have basically been, I'll give a nice quote. I feel terribly, this is from Dmitry. I feel terribly sorry for all the human lives lost in this monstrous, unjust war by a tyrant who just wants to preserve power and make history. I still demand from the Russian authorities to immediately stop this senseless and futile anti-national war and to withdraw troops from the territory of Ukraine. Those sentiments like that have got him 8 years in prison, although no one knows where he's at precisely. No one knows his exact location, so the sentence was in absentia. So hopefully he stays hidden. Go Dmitry, stay hidden.
Well, that's one of those things too, where like, just don't be safe because people disappearing in Russia. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Stay hidden. That comes down to the stay hidden thing.
Yeah.
Like, stay safe, stay hidden.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he talks about like there's other little quotes here, and how this is bad for the Russian people. It's bad for the people of Ukraine. All of which he cares for. So that was some crazy news. That actually happened just shortly after our last podcast.
Yeah. In some lighter news, I saw that there's a expansion coming for Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Another one? Wait.
It's a Christmas edition.
That's cool. I think
for sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to. I don't know if it's supposed to be Krampus.
Is it like a whole new one?
Let me see here.
Like a standalone expansion type thing, like they did with Baldur's Gate.
I don't know.
Because I have the Baldur's Gate Betrayal as well.
Let's see. There's not a whole lot of details on it yet. I guess they kind of showed it off recently. It looks like it's going to be a whole new thing. Yeah, unique items and events. Yeah, no. Pre-ordering starts I guess it started last week. Yeah,
You like the new office chairs?
I do.
I just got them shipped in.
That's why I'm sitting here.
They're from Taiwan.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Uh,
that's the thing.
That's cool. I guess another like little revealed information. The THQ Nordic little showcase stream thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much unexpected stuff really, but they showed a very little reveal of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin,
Oh.
Ooh.
which is a great comic storyline. If anyone doesn't know, that takes place with like one of the turtles at like the end of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Like post-war New York, and just one of the turtles.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be pretty good. They're gonna do it as in like it kind of looks like it's an action RPG similar to that of like God of War type thing going on.
Okay, okay.
That's pretty
I think if
cool.
they pull it out, that'd be great. If they can get some good combat, so especially stuff that feels like as crunchy as God of War's new combat felt, I'd be 100% in.
Yeah.
Down to kill a bunch of stuff as a turtle. But there's a small little reveal trailer out there on the YouTubes. People can look at.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Still nighttime? Ugh.
It's probably been daytime.
Yeah.
You were
Since
just
the
down
last
there too
time I
long.
checked.
Yeah.
You know what's really cool?
Hmm.
Is when 26-year-old games get big expansions.
Like?
Like Quake
Geometry
2.
Wars. Oh.
Oh no, Quake 2 just got like a huge remaster and a big expansion for people who have owned the
Wow.
game, even including the old ones.
Holy cow.
28 new campaign levels from Machine Games, the creators of modern Wolfenstein games. Just a bunch of stuff, graphical upgrades. It has the N64 levels.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the graphics will be toggleable. You can go back to the original or have some of the newer ones. Split screen and online multiplayer. PC console crossplay. All this is coming to a 26-year-old game.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, it's out now. You could go download it now. If you have Quake 2, you could have that. It's there.
Wow. That's rare.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Just because I was looking it up, so it is. You do need the Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition, in order to use the Yuletide Tell pack.
I do
Here's
not
a-
have 3rd edition.
Oh, really? What edition is yours?
No, I got 3rd edition for Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got it for Andy way back in the day when it came out because she loved that game.
What's the difference?
So I bought her some nicer pieces.
Oh. So you can
they had
probably
some,
use
like,
the
nicer
original one.
clipboards for
Mhm.
the characters and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a few like new cards and new stuff.
Okay.
Because I believe mine is the 2nd edition.
We'll have to check it out.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know what edition I had.
We need to play that though. That's a really good game.
I know a lot of people don't like it because it's way too random, but I think that's one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
Because, well, I'm a big horror movie fan, and
Mhm.
some horror movies turn out really fucking random and terrible.
That is very true.
Right. So there's some writer that's suing Apple, claiming that the Tetris movie was ripped off of his book.
Really?
Yeah.
I just downloaded the Tetris movie like not too long ago. I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen it. I heard it's really good. It goes from being like, yeah, this might actually be like an actual like look at it to just balls off fucking crazy off the wall.
Yeah, it starts out as like a weird biopic and then just goes completely absurd. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, tech journalist Dan Ackerman claims Apple's movie Tetris ripped off his 2016 book, The Tetris Effect. So yeah, he's taking them to court, and it looks like, from what some people have said, is that this might actually be like he might have some legitimate claim to it. Even though like the movie definitely has other origins to it that, you know, are totally legit and whatnot, but I guess there's some things about it that
keep an eye on at least.
Yeah. So
see where that goes.
See.
What? Are things kind of mingling together a little bit on the legal side of things? Activision has dropped a lawsuit against Anthony Fantano, the online music critic. A while back, Activision was suing him to try and stop him from suing them because they used a meme. They used an internet meme that features Anthony Fantano. He's alarmed as the pizza slice is cut into infinitesimal smaller portions. Apparently, if you've big on TikTok, you've probably seen him. Anyways, they used that meme in a commercial with Crash Bandicoot for sneakers. Fantano had like a thing where he kind of took a little bit of exception to this. Activision released a court filing to kind of stop the suit from happening. But as of a few days ago, the 15th, I guess a little bit before that, as of just last week, Activision had dropped the case with prejudice. Let's see. As of last Thursday, Activision has dismissed its entire action against Fantano, including, without limitations, and all claims alleged therein with prejudice. What this means is like basically forever and ever. Activision can't decide sometime in the future to be like, no, what? We actually want to sue them for that. They can't do that with this action. That this option's forever gone. No word on exactly why they withdrew it. I'm sure it probably has something to do with some backdoor agreement, but
some sort of settlement.
Yeah,
probably. I'm sure there's some sort of something going on. Whether it's monetary or else, it's something we'll probably never learn, so hardly matters. Yep. But that case seems to have dropped off. I only bring it up because fuck Activision.
So another thing I kind of have that's like, I don't know. I have some like deals here that I've seen. But
game deals.
Yeah, but news wise, Overwatch 2 is getting wrecked. People hate it.
Well, yeah, they broke everybody's they lied to people.
Oh yeah, no,
they sold Overwatch 2 as something that they now have taken completely back.
Well, so that's the thing. I haven't checked it out myself. I want to get in there firsthand and see how it is because I did really like Overwatch.
That's fine. The only thing that would have really sold me, and the only reason I was ever going to purchase Overwatch 2 was because they promised that single player.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing 2 because we want to bring in a single player campaign, and now they've done away with it. Yeah, I wouldn't blame over half of the community for leaving. They basically lied to get a 2 out. You could have had an expansion. You could have sold people on a whole bunch of different shit besides a single player thing. But no, they sold it the second one. The reason there's a 2 in it, the title, was for a single player thing.
Yeah, and that's why it's like, all right, I want to see what they actually have in the game. Like, what is actually different? Is there?
Sorry, I promise I'm not that salty over it.
You sound like it. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I never wanted to like. I was interested like you because it was like, oh, cool. There's going to be some single player stuff. Their single player stuff was pretty good. But obviously, once that started becoming less and less of a thing, it was like, yeah, there's just no reason for me to really invest any time into it. That said, though, I recently watched a video for one of the new characters, and it was really good. And I think they really gotta like do the single player stuff because they actually do tell story really well.
That's why I think that's why it hurts so much, is because like these characters that they've given us and the little tiny bits of story we get with them are really cool. We want to know more. That's why it hurts so bad when they go and say, oh yeah, we're going to do this big like single player campaign thing. That's why this is called Overwatch 2. You know, like go ahead and get this. We're going to up the multiplayer a little bit and get some expansion there. But we're heavily focused on this single player thing, and then to never bring that about. Yeah. Not to mention, from the bit of fan base that I know, like personally, they haven't done anything with the amount of cheating and bots and everything else. So it's just kind of still in the state it was when it was Overwatch.
Yep. We'll see. I'm gonna try to play it because apparently it's all free right now. So.
Oh, there you go.
That'll get me a chance to actually take a look and see what's different or not. It has been a while since I've played, so
sorry. I do have a lot of bitterness towards Activision and Blizzard. Like,
no, it's fair.
Even just recently, Diablo 4 is a nightmare wreck of a game, and it's one of my favorite game series. So yeah, they're a bit salty over Activision's decisions. Not the game developers. The game developers, I think, crushed most of it. Even in Overwatch, you can see it. Like, the stuff that's there is really well done.
Right?
It's just you can taste these, like, publishers and stuff that were like, oh, no, it needs to be about the money. And you can taste every bit of them trying to scam you out of every dollar you have. Oh. Well, do you have anything else news-wise?
Again, just I'll go over these real quick here. So Newegg, you can catch a brand new Corsair power supply. It's the HX 850, 850 watts. It's powerful enough to handle an RTX 4090. It's only $125 right now. It's a really good deal. Where's these other ones? I know I had more here. I had a controller of some sort. PlayStation controller. Oh, that's right. The DualSense controller. Until the end of the week, August 19th, it's $49.99. I think that's like $20 off.
The 8-bit DOE Ultimate controller, which works with all consoles, Ultimate controller, which is usually like close to $100, I think is now $55.
And then kind of a big one here, the Samsung 970 EVO Plus 2 terabyte SSDs, the NVMe M.2, like, what are they called? Gumstick drives?
Yeah.
It's down to $74 right now. It's absolutely insane.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah, that's super cheap. It's super fast.
That's like what I paid for the 1 terabyte I got.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Well, yeah, this was more expensive than the one that I gave or sorry, this was less expensive than the one that I gave to Ashley. So it's like, geez. So yeah, go get those deals.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you guys. Oh, sorry, Ashley, go ahead.
Oh, I just found out that I guess Barnes and Noble is having a really big, like 50% off sale for a lot of their books. So
Ooh, yes.
if you're interested in books, I think there's other stuff other than books that's on sale also, but I don't know what specifically.
Books.
I'm
Usually when
gonna
they
have to
have
go
those, they also have pretty good deals on board games. So if you're a board game person, go check it out too. Because usually when they do those big sales, a lot of games go up.
Mhm.
Right?
I have a question for you guys. I thought would be interesting because it's kind of become a topic of conversation because of Baldur's Gate 3. The topic is save scumming,
This is
where you save a lot.
yeah. You save over
reload.
and over, or you save often, so that if
You
something
save
doesn't
one
come
spot
out
and
for
reload.
RNG, and yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of brought that up in a sense that is it an okay thing? Is it not an okay thing?
Wait.
as it
Please
kinda-
explain what it is, because I don't think I understand.
So it's like so in Baldur's Gate 3, the game that's kind of bringing it up, with so many like dice rolls and stuff, people are saving, doing like the rolls, and if they fail, they reload and
Oh,
do it
okay.
until they
Okay,
pass.
that makes more sense.
That sort of thing. People do it in other games too. Sometimes it's with like RPGs, if there's like a certain chest that has a random chance to have an item you need. So you save and reload
Yeah.
and save and reload to get that.
I feel
random
like-
roll.
That cheapens the experience.
So I've been as someone who's been playing Baldur's Gate 3, the one that's come up, that's kind of brought this to light. I think I save quite frequently, and that's because the only times I typically reload, I don't load on failures, especially when it comes to dice roll and stories. I think those typically it leads to interesting things when you fail.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I don't like to do it then, but there has been more than a few times where like my characters will die really quickly, and it's just kind of a TPK, and I already know that well ahead of time. So my save before. I actually haven't really done a whole lot of like reloading,
Yeah.
unless
I mean,
something weird happens. That game is full of a bunch of bugs. It's wise to save often.
Yeah. I was gonna say, with every RPG that I start, I will go hours without saving, and then die in like the dumbest way, and then just lose everything.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I saved like every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not really like to better my chances of getting something that otherwise would be random. I have done that in Fallout just to do horrible things, because I'm typically like
Yeah.
a morally good character.
No, I think there is.
And then I'm
I
just
think
like,
that
I'm just
the-
going to throw all these grenades into this town and see what happens.
I
So I'll
think there's
save before doing something like that.
I think there is a big difference between like with that type of like reloading an option. Like you're doing your playthrough and you're being pretty good, and you don't really want to break that streak. But you see that one option that's like blow up Megaton.
Well, let's see where this goes.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second, and you save and you blow up Megaton because you have to see. You gotta know.
Yeah.
I think there's some things like that. But overall, we've tried to avoid it unless it's like even on the ambushes and stuff that have happened to us. We don't typically reload unless it's become pretty apparent. 2 of our characters have died and we're all about to die.
Mhm.
Then it's like we're gonna have to reload anyways. It's gonna kill us all.
Might as well.
So let's
Yep.
just reload now. But it's become such a topic of like, does it cheapen that game? Or are you just like manipulating it to get the story you want instead of letting the game do its thing?
I don't know. I think for me, it really depends on the person and what they're after in the game. If they think that that's fun, then go ahead, have at it. Personally, though, for myself, I think it does cheapen it because I think there's that element of like, oh, you don't know exactly what's going to happen, that does make it fun.
Mhm.
I get that. I also understand the other side a bit. Like, I understand the frustration of you've been working towards this one goal for a bit, and because of one like terrible roll, all that hard work is gone and out of the toilet. I get it. I get the frustration there and the wanting to.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that too. There's plenty of games that I've played. A lot of roguelike games, you know, where it's like, oh, you've gone really far and it just so happened that something happened that you know you're not going to be able to come back from.
And then I think there's games to give an example, I guess specifically would be, was it Final Fantasy 13, where there's like one chest that has like a percentile chance to give you this thing you need for one of the ultimate weapons.
I don't know if it was in 13. I know that did happen in a Final Fantasy because Zoe talked about it a lot. I think it might have been. I think it might have been 12. Actually,
it might have been 12. It could have been. It was one of the ones that was more heavily on rails. But yeah, I remember
that wasn't 12 for sure.
Well, I remember watching. I didn't do it myself. I remember watching Zoe go and like just keep reloading to go after one chest to get this one item. And I don't think that's necessarily wrong or that she was cheapening the experience for her.
No, and
I think that's something on the development side that was
Exactly.
kind of like fucked up to do.
Well, that's also, I know Zoe really likes to do like the completionist aspect of things.
Oh yeah, first time
Like-
around.
Yeah. So for her, that is fun. Maybe
I think
not
there's-
like to that extent, but like getting everything and doing everything, like that's
Mhm.
what she enjoys doing.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah, that's not for me. I'm not necessarily
Yeah.
a completionist. If I miss something, I miss something. That's cool.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Overall.
I do my best.
I like being
do my
able to
best
go
and I do
through,
searching.
and then if I really did enjoy the game, I'll go through it again and I'll try to do it better.
Mhm.
That's what I've been telling myself with like Baldur's Gate, especially. So, but there's so much content there that like there's stuff that we've missed, that we've missed or haven't seen or didn't complete in story wise, and I'm okay with that because I want my next playthrough to have new stuff for me to find and see and do.
Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
With a game like I think like there's part of me that likes the completionist outset. I think it takes way too much time sometimes, and then I think there's games where it's wholly pointless. I think Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom are both in those same last category where it's both kind of pointless to 100% complete unless you really want to.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the things. Like, I mean, the Korok seeds are the only things that it doesn't matter. There's a certain point where you get to.
They're only there to give you some entertainment in between the places you're going.
Well, I mean, there's so many of them, so that you have a plenty of chance to be able to maximize your
Upgrade
inventory,
your-
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's so many for you to be like, ooh, what's this?
Yeah. No.
Ooh,
exactly.
Piece of candy.
Exactly.
Ooh, piece of candy. To get you so distracted from the main story of the game that you spent 50 hours roaming the land of Hyrule and you realize, oh, wait, I have yet to go to one temple. Sorry, I was spending my time in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
I've been blasting these little dudes across rivers and down mountains.
I've put together this crazy box contraption
But yeah, that's
and I plan to smash you with.
that's one thing
There
that
was one I literally just threw down the hill, and he rolled all the way to his friend.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
And- I was very excited about that.
Yep. Yeah,
I
no,
love
and
the weapon fusions. Just so fun.
Mhm.
in Breath of the Wild, I never like cared to like get all of the Korok seeds, you know? I mean, that's definitely something that I did look up, and you know, when I found out, oh yeah, you don't need them all, it was like, well, there's no real point then, you know? I did not care to get the golden poop.
I feel like that reward kind of pointed out how pointless it was for the complete.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Not that.
It's
not
a
that
tongue-in-cheek
wasn't-
thing.
I-
100%.
I get being a completionist. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I 100% get the idea of being a completionist and where the joy in that comes from. Totally understand. As someone who's tried to collect for Borderlands 2 and got pretty close to collecting all the unique weapons, I get it.
I get it.
Someone who plays like loot games, I get wanting to be 100% on things.
Hmm.
I just feel like there's certain games that are unnecessary for it. I've never really felt that like 100% completions for RPGs were necessary,
Yeah.
especially if
Yeah.
some of them have like absurd level caps. Like, no, I am not going to 100% complete any of the Disgaea series. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I've already put in like a shit ton of hours to those games and never even got close to it.
Right.
No, there's
No.
certain games that's not what you do. You don't collect.
Yeah. Again, I mean, it's definitely in the eye of the beholder, I guess.
Although there are some where I like set my own goals.
Yeah. Right.
Like
I do
And
that all the time.
Fallout 76, I wanted to get all of the dang it, what's the cat's name? The plushies of the cat. All of different variants of that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I liked.
Well, that's what was great
I
about
wanted to like
achievements, right?
76.
Because it gave you those little things where it's like when achievements were first on the scene, it was definitely that sort of stuff that you told yourself like, yeah, this isn't like necessarily necessary to the game, but it's something that I can do. I'm going to try to do it.
I've always done stuff like that. Actually, even for like Skyrim and stuff, I've always picked up like something for my character to collect.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my goals for one of my Skyrim characters was to collect all the books.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
a
really
copy.
Oh, I
hard.
thought you were going to
Jeez.
say all the potatoes. Yeah, books too.
Just a copy. just a
Books too.
copy. Just a copy of each book.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I do that with potions and then never use them.
That's funny. But I've always done stuff like that. Or I remember one of my Fallout runs. I always picked up every teddy bear I saw.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And no reason to pick it up. Never did anything with it. It just sat in my stash or held by me. Just forever. I even have one currently in my Baldur's Gate game. Actually, my main character. I picked up a teddy bear and I've never let it go. It's just been in my inventory ever since. If I could hold it in my hands, I would. I'm a druid, though. It makes sense for the druid.
Nerd. But yeah, I mean, again, if there's something that helps you make a game that's more enjoyable for you, I say go for it. You know, there's plenty of things that people do in games that, like I don't like to read guides until I get to a point where like I'm not having fun, basically. But I like to figure things out on my own. Like to me, that's part of the fun of any game.
Yeah, I like the exploration.
Yeah, exploration and
Let me find it until I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't know where the rest of these are. I'm going to go ahead and look it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And most times I can find it. It's very rare that I have to end up looking up something. But then there's other games like Play It Up where it's like I don't care. I'm looking it up. Like I don't know how this mechanic works, so I'm going to find out. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever makes people's happy, they should do. So
I agree. That's what I was about to say. Is like the whole argument in itself. I brought it up as a question just to see where you guys kind of sit on it. I think we all kind of sit in the same place that it's not really for me, but if that's your choice, that's your choice.
Mhm.
Which I think is kind of like the point I want to get to, which is like gaming. Why is this fight even a thing? We should just be all enjoying games,
Right.
however we want to enjoy them. It's the same like concept as the argument of like difficulty. Should games like Dark Souls have an easy mode? Yes, in the name of accessibility, so more people are interested in your game. Yes, you should give options.
I don't know. That's the thing too. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Like I do, but
I think in an overall sense, if you don't want to play the game that way, that's fine. If it's something that's going to take away from development time, fine. But overall, like, why not have an option that lets more people play? First off, for business, it's better. You have more people who can play your game.
yeah, no, definitely.
And then to care. You see so many. The Dark Souls community is pretty bad about that with the whole like difficulty thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you care that there would be? If you don't want to play that, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not taking anything from you. The only thing it's doing is adding to the game to get more people into the game that you love. Wouldn't you want more people to like the things you like? Like, I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
But they like it differently.
Yeah.
That's clear.
And I can't have that.
I like it more. I'm the biggest fanboy.
I like it better than they do.
They don't like it right.
You're liking this all wrong.
Okay, Steve Jobs. Thanks.
Anyways, I guess that's all I really had for the day. That was a good little like conversation to wrap it up on.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, with that, I guess shall we all meet at the building? We'll wrap it up. Oh my god, I'm suffocating again.
I can teleport you guys here.
Oh no, I'm not that far away.
Well, I know you're like right down the hill. I can teleport you, Ashley, if you'd like.
Nah, I'm gonna find my way back.
Okay.
So I get familiar. I'm working on a road, but it's gonna take a while to
You know what I like
find
to
everything.
do? I had to do a couple of times for a few of them was put like a noticeable feature in that direction, so I know which way to walk.
Adrian would do that. I called them sky turds because he would just build a column of dirt with a torch on top of it.
I would just build like a small like little statue or even just like a uniquely shaped building to kind of like, oh, if I'm standing right here in the middle of my area and I look towards this building, I go that way, I'm there.
He had no respect for the landscape.
No respect for the scenery. I'm gonna start popping out scaffolding towers everywhere.
Property values are plummeting.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, is it my? Oh, whatever. I don't know. Okay. Did I? Know what I'm doing anymore? Well, fancy seeing you guys here.
Hello.
Hello.
Around.
And here we end in the 8-Bit Studio
Mm-hmm.
after sharing our weeks. That
Yep.
was fun. Good podcast, guys.
Yeah, it was good. So I'm posting the shows on the website. There's full video there that you can download directly from our website. It's not just on YouTube. So for whatever reason, if the videos go away from YouTube in the future at any time for whatever dumb reason YouTube invents, we'll still have
They're
all of our
archived.
stuff on our website. So classicgamerbrain.com. Posting everything over at our Facebook, which is at CGB Network. Yeah, or you can search Classic Gamer Brain. The audio podcast. There's something wrong with the RSS feed. I'm figuring it out, but those should be hopefully working by the end of this week. So I think once I iron that out, then yeah, I'll start posting beforehand, or not beforehand, on the, what's it called? On the New Mexico Gamers. Ashley, you're a part of that, right?
Gamers Anonymous thing?
No. There's a GA Retro community page, but I think there's also just the New Mexico Gamers on. I don't know if I don't know if who made that or
a
what.
couple like tabletop servers.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we'll see. I got to get those things figured out, but progress is being made. Oh, and the idea I have for the animation, I don't know if it's gonna work, guys. It's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
In my head, it's ambitious. It's really not a whole lot, but you know, I don't know anything about animation, so. But yeah, hopefully I can get that going, and it'll look really cool. So, yeah. So yeah, everyone, thanks for joining, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh gosh, I'm getting myself sick. Ah.
Don't do that.
All right, bye.